What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 19th of July. We're going to look at Aerodrome Finance once again this morning as we had another nice up day yesterday and a little bit of a pullback today with a lower high. We'll talk about that. Bitcoin quieting down a little bit. My watch list on the right-hand side, quite a bit of red, but let's not forget these markets had just went on a huge run to the upside. Welcome to the channel, guys. Let's jump right into this. So we have Aerodrome Finance moving up to another level. Yesterday we saw very, very nice to see. So if you're new to the channel, all of these lines on the chart might look busy to you, a lot going on. They all have a meaning, okay? So they're all price levels of importance. So the levels above the market are targets. That doesn't mean they get there in one day, but when they do get up to those levels, I expect a reaction. And usually the reaction is either trading up to it and then backing away. So that's what we saw up here at the $1.28 level. Let's take a zoom in and we'll take a step back here in time. Right here, the $1.28 level in white, you could see as this market made a stair stepping to the upside, we got up to just about the 128. We hit a high at 127.749, and then we got pushed back down. So that 128 level came into play very, very close. Again, recent trading. So you could see the levels here, traded above it, turned it into support 2 days in a row. And then we actually traded up to 98.224. Didn't quite get there. We got close, backed away perfectly. The next day we broke out above it, and then we actually tested the next level, 106.42 yesterday. We hit a high in the markets of 105.9. 106.42 was my level. And then we got pushed back down, and now we're actually trading back below 98.224. So these markets are on a tear. I believe it was 147 or so percent yesterday from the bottom candle wick to the top, something like that. 140, yeah, and then now it's 164. We'll call it 165% move in a very short period of time. That period of time would have been 13 days, roughly. Yeah, about 13 days. 165%. Incredible. I did talk about yesterday some, a little bit of resistance at this level. One being a price level at 106.42, and then two, this was a level of support for a very short period of time back in here. So that would have been the 4th, 5th, and then the 6th of June. We got a close below the 106.42, and then it really got flipped into resistance on the 7th. So old floor of support, when price gets back up there, can act as a ceiling of resistance. So just very basic TA, guys. But you can see how these levels are working perfectly. We traded up to the 106.42. Roughly, we didn't quite get there, but we got very close. Again, the highs were 105.90 and got pushed back down. And we're actually currently trading below 98.224. Keep in mind, we also have a lower daily high today. So if we take a step back 2 days, we had a new daily high on the 17th. We had a new daily high on the 18th. And then today we have a new daily low on the 19th. So far, things can change, but markets across the board are selling off. Looking like trends are coming to a pause. Whether they really continue down or just kind of trade sideways before continuing to the upside, time will tell. We are flat a lot of the markets now after a massive run to the upside. So we'll see how this, how the cryptocurrency markets do. If we continue to pull back here for Aerodrome, 85.20 is a level to watch. That's down here as support. And then there's two other levels just below that. So 84.7 and then 84.494. That's 3 levels right here to watch. I'm not saying price is going to pull back that far, but if it does, I would look for support to show up at 85.20 for the first level there. Keep in mind, guys, this thing has went on a massive, massive run to the upside. I think it was about 65 or so percent higher in 2 weeks. 165% in 2 weeks is, if that was your returns for the year and you went flat the rest of the year, that's incredible. You could go flat for the next year or two and still do very, very well, beat the markets there. If for some reason the markets skyrocket today, which I don't think they will, we have to get back above 98.224. We have to get back above 106. We have to get above 106.42. And then we're back up to that 128 level which is that basically marked the major top here before this huge leg down, this huge sell-off on the 27th of May. 128, guys. 128. That would put the price up from where we're currently trading. So 98.224 is going to put you up 3%. 106.42 is going to put you up 11.5%. And then up there to $1.28 is 34% higher. So things are looking good here. So markets don't go straight up, guys. Okay. They need to take a pause. There is some greed in the crypto currency markets in the fear and greed index. It can get way more greedy. So just something to keep an eye on. Markets can't go straight up. Well, I should say they can, but they don't sustain that. They have pretty major pullbacks. When markets move too much in too little of time, the yin and the yang, it's out of whack. You need the ebb and flow. The yin and the yang with the market's time and price need to flow properly. When one or the other gets too far out of whack, you get a pretty strong reaction in the other side. And we saw that here to the downside, where you get some pretty aggressive but steady selling. You got to pause here, and then you get the markets fall off a cliff, and that's not sustainable. That moves like that usually mark bottoms. When and how much lower it'll go before it does that is very tough to call. I'm not the biggest fan of trying to buy the dip like that. I like to buy strength and higher highs. But when the markets get too out of whack like that, and they fall too fast in too little time, usually marks the bottom, and then we get a very strong V bottom in the opposite direction. So that's pretty much my takeaway, guys. Things up 165% in about 13 days. We're keeping an eye on price levels today. 98.224, 85.20, 106.42. And if things get super bullish this afternoon, $1.28. I don't think that'll come into play, though. Guys, thanks for watching. Let's head over to Bitcoin real quick. BTC USD. Bitcoin, pausing. Got a big reversal off the top here. Not a bearish engulfing pattern, but a big reversal. Things are quiet. We have 3 levels where the markets have been trading around 64,375, 64,123, 63,788.35. That's this white, yellow, and purple line that is keeping the prices right there. If we get a more aggressive pullback today, 62,206.75 could come into play. If markets decide to take off like a rocket today, 68,748 is the level above the market. We have higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Again, prices can go straight up, but they need the pause to go sideways before continuing to the upside. They won't just go straight up every single day. And if they do that, they will come straight back down. Remember, the yin and the yang, the ebb and the flow, time and price need to be in sync. You guys, thanks for watching. Keep in mind, we have big Bitcoin targets above the market. We'll see if we get there or not. Way up there in the 80, 90, and 100, and I believe it's 130,000. 130,000. But we'll see if this most recent breakout here can continue to the upside. But pauses along the way. Guys, thanks for watching. All links down below. Aerodrome Finance is trading at 94 cents. Bitcoin's at 63,689. Getting a decent little sell-off over in the stock market. We'll see. We're still long the small caps and the Dow Jones. We just went flat the Russell. No, we went flat the NASDAQ and the S&Ps. We're long the Russell and the Dow still. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.